Hi you guys, I wanted to share with you Susie Crafter's challenge, the thing that I'm doing for that. It's on Mixed Media Vintage Arts on Facebook, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to do. First, let me show you what I'm going to be working on. It's this broom right here, which is actually recycled. It used to have like this little ragdoll deal going on, but some kid in my store decided to tear it apart and rip up its head really bad, so my boss sold it to me really cheap, and I decided that I was going to take off the little ragdoll part and just use the broom as a decoration for Halloween. Anyway, I don't know how much of the broom that you can actually see, but I'm going to decorate it probably from here to here anyway. So, and you know, if anybody knows how to get rid of ants, let me know, because they are all over my craft room and it's driving me nuts. I have no idea. They have no food source in here, so I don't know why they're coming in, but they are, and they're driving me absolutely bonkers. So if anybody knows how to get rid of ants, let me know. That would be awesome to find out. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Anyway, this is for MMVA, Mixed Media Vintage Arts on Facebook, and I kind of put it off today so that I could play with my daughter, and now I'm rushing to get it done, but not too fast because I want it to look nice and be on my door for Halloween. So anyway, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to let you see what I do, and if you have any questions, comment me and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. Alright. Okay, let me just see if I'm in frame, and I am. The first thing that I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to add a bow up here, and actually it's the second thing that I've done, because the first thing that I did was I took a whole bunch of flowers and I spray painted them black, because I don't actually own black flowers, but spray paint, lovely. Anyway, I have this ribbon. It's like a spider web ribbon, and I really liked it. I found it at the Dollar Tree, and I'm hoping that, yes, it's wired. Little things excite me. I found it at the Dollar Tree today when I was out with my family, and I think I'm going to use this to make a bow. And I also have these skull and crossbones, but I'm a little selfish on my skull and crossbones because my SEA persona, my Society for Creative Anachronism, my SEA persona is a pirate, and I kind of try to keep hoarding these for crafts that I swear I'm going to make you guys one day, but I never kind of get around to. Anyway, I'm going to make a bow, and I think I'm going to make it a pretty large bow right there. And how I do that is I figure eight it. Figure 8. I have no idea if I'm in screen here, but we're going to try this. Because the pattern is more on one side than it is on the other, what I do is I make this little figure 8 bow like this, where it's where I kind of twist the fabric to where the pattern is all on the top. I'm sorry about the rain, guys. My craft room is a big, well, it's not even really a big, but it's a shed, and it's very metal. And even though it is insulated and all that stuff, the sound still comes through quite a lot, and a little scary, because even this little rainstorm that we're having in Florida right now kind of sounds like somebody's trying to cut my building open with a can opener. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to make this a messy bow. Ooh! That was not the rain, that was my computer. And it just scared the living daylights out of me. It hasn't been lightning or anything, so I'm hoping that it doesn't start. Because if it does, I'm out of here so fast, it's not funny. Alright, there's my messy beginning. It's just a bunch of fabric clumped up like this. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it back to the middle over here, and then cut it off. I'm going to take it and I'm going to pinch it. I'm going to take another length of this ribbon, and I'm going to wrap it around real tight. I'm not going to care if it bunches. I don't need it to look pretty in the middle because you're not even going to see that. I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to tie a knot in it. Ooh. Tie it in a knot. Tie it in a bow. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to clip that off. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to poof this out. And hopefully it poofs out right, because I just kind of did that without thinking about it, because I'm a little creeped out in my craft room today. I don't like the rain. Like one of the ladies said on MMVA, we in Florida are solar powered. We don't do well with the rain at all. So just gonna floof that out. Now I'm gonna add stuff on top of it, so I don't really care that it doesn't look like a bow. As so much as well, that doesn't look anything like a bow at all, does it? What's going on here? What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did. Filming is wonderful, isn't it? You get to do all kinds of things and let everybody know that you're a goofball. Alright, poof it out any way that you want to. I want mine to be exactly like that, where it has like the I want it to be down here and then have the opening here, so when it sits on the broom, when I decide to glue it onto the broom, it'll be right there. But I'm not going to glue this onto the broom yet. I'm going to add a little doodad to it in the way of Mr. Bony Man here. We're going to take little Mr. Bony Man and we're going to break off his head. Oh, well, not break off his head. Let's cut off his head. We're decapitating little Mr. Bony Man. Poor Mr. Bony Man. He's been decapitated. Add a little hot glue to the back of Mr. Bony Man's head. Poor little Mr. Bony Man. And put him right in the center of my bow. There we go. Now I have Mr. Bony Man in here and I can floof him up. So I'm going to floof up Mr. Bony Man's little bowie thingy. Poor Mr. Bony Man. Not really. I have tons of them. Last year they went on clearance at my store for like a penny a pack, and I bought all of them because Halloween is most definitely my favorite holiday. I don't know about anybody else's. It's the most fun. It's the come as you aren't, dress up, dress down, dress whatever, dress exactly what you aren't in your regular life all the time, and just have a blast. And I think that Mr. Bony Man is going to go here. Yes, he is. But not yet, because I have not added everything else I want to add yet. What else do I want to add? I like all these things because I have tons of them. I like to use them. I have Muskie. I've used them for like 4 or 5 different projects. I've used them for a candle. I've used them for a swap. I've used them for things I've done for my family and forgot to film because I am just lazy with that. I've used Mr. Bony Man a lot this year because he was so cheap, and then when this year comes I will probably get a whole lot more on clearance at a penny a pack, or like 5 cents a pack, or whatever it was. And have tons of these guys for next year. But honestly, I do a lot of stuff with skeletons because, like I said, my persona is a pirate. So I do a lot of stuff with skeletons and things like that. These guys, when they're sitting like this, they're not really that pretty. I mean, you can sit them on there and then they'll just sit. But what I like to do is kind of break them a little bit. Just pop their joints so that they can be shaped and do other stuff. Because if they can't do other stuff, then they're pretty much just skeletons, and that's no fun. These ones from last year, they don't like to bend that much, so I have to kind of beat them up to get them to do what I want them to do. It's like doing yoga. But it gets them all bendy to where I can make them pliable enough to do things like hold on to the pole or whatever I want them to do. I haven't really decided yet, and I really can't do that while I talk to you guys because my brain doesn't work that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to have all these little skeletons doing, and if I'm going to use all these little skeletons or I'm going to do something else. I'll let you know, and you'll see. But you're going to be seeing in sped up motion. Okay, my lighting in here is awful, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'm inside my house now and not in my craft room, and anyway, I wanted to show you the finished product. I know that it cut off kind of while I was making it. Sorry. It does that. Anyway, what I did was these are the spray painted flowers. They were yellow. I don't know if you can see that in there, but they were really bright yellow. And what I did was I spray painted them with black spray paint to make them dark and kind of grungy. And then in here there are 3 different skeletons, and these are some purple fall flowers, and these are some actually like really reddish flowers. I wanted to add some color in here because when I was putting it together it was really dark and really sad, and I didn't want it to look sad. I just wanted it to look kind of spooky. Anyway, that's the bottom of the broom. I don't know what else to say about that one. Anyway, I added some hanging parts to the bow using the rest of the ribbon, and there's a little skull head there. Let's move it down some. Okay, here we have our little trifecta of ghouls up here. He's like, this is the first one. He's a half body, and he's just kind of spread armed. I don't know. This little guy up here, he's holding a little dangly because I like dangles. I don't know why, but that's just a sticker stuck on one of the Tim Holtz thingies and covered in glossy accents. And he's holding that, and he's a full skeleton. I kept the legs and everything. He's the only one on here that has legs. And then there's this one up here that's holding just some flowers, some red flowers to pull in the other red from the bottom. And that's it. That is the whole thing. Ooh. Stay tuned for some pictures, and anyway. Oh, I needed to tell you this. These are the swivel clasp that, the thing that he's holding, the thing that with the chain. This is swivel clasp that Carissa sent me. I'm not sure if that's what that's for, but it worked out perfectly, and thank you again, Carissa. It was, your rack has come in handy quite a bit so far. Anyway, that's my project for the MMVA challenge by Susie Crafter on Facebook, and thanks for joining me.